What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro and Little Sis Reacts. I'm Tamaj, and today I'm on Game of Thrones, Season 1, Episode 3, Lord Snow. So Jon, I'm assuming it was Lord Snow, he went to the Wall. So I think, like I said in the last video, I was pretty sure they were going to elaborate on his journey. And he'll probably make his final decision in this episode if he's going to be a wall guard for the rest of his life or not. Yeah, I pretty much did my whole breakdown of the last episode at the end of the last video. It was a really good one. Coming right off of that one into this one, so I'm probably going to just jump into this. I think the only thing I don't understand is why Arya went with her dad in the first place. I get why the older daughter went because she's marrying the prince, but why did Arya go? Why wouldn't she stay back home with her mom? Because I don't understand that. And would Bran have gone had he not been injured? Like, dude, does the dad just take all the kids and just leave the woman? Like, what sense does any of that make? I don't know. I guess somebody would have to explain that to me. I don't know if this show will or not. But, yeah, that was my only question. But anyway, I'm going to jump into this. Full and early reactions are available on Patreon. Let's do it.
Welcome, Lord Stark. Grand Maester Pycelle has called a meeting of the small council. In honor of your presence as requested.
Get the girls settled in. I'll be back in time for supper. Jory, you go with them.
Yes, my lord.
If you'd like to change into something more appropriate.
He's like, is my outfit not appropriate? I am a fighter. That is why you brought me here. So I gotta look like something else. That's an interesting throne room.
Thank the gods you're here, Stark.
Glad to see you're protecting the throne.
Steady, old thing. How many King's Arthurs have polished, I wonder? And what's the line? The king shits and the hand wipes.
Very handsome armor. Not a scratch on it.
I know. People have been swinging at me for years, but they always seem to miss.
Choosing your opponents wisely, then.
I have a knack for it.
Mm-hmm.
Must be strange for you, coming into this room. I'm standing right here when it happened. It was very brave, your brother, like your father too. He didn't deserve to die like that. Nobody deserves to die like that.
But you just stood there and watched.
500 men just stood there and watched. All the great knights of the Seven Kingdoms. You think anyone said a word, lifted a finger? No, Lord Stark. 500 men, and this room was silent as a crypt. Except for the screams, of course.
Why does it seem like he's just throwing this in his face? Like,
And they said, I watched the Mad King die. I remembered him laughing as your father burned. It felt like justice.
Is that what you tell yourself at night? You're a servant of justice. That you were avenging my father when you shoved your sword in Aerys Targaryen's back.
Tell me,
to the Targaryen.
if I stabbed the Mad King in the belly instead of the back, would you admire me more?
You served him well. And serving was safe.
I see. So they pushed the Targaryens out of here. So we had to wipe them out. Obviously because they were mad. Can't believe they killed his brother and his dad like that.
Lord Varys.
I was grievously sorry to hear of your troubles on the King's Road. We are all praying for Prince Joffrey's full recovery.
Shame you didn't say a prayer for the butcher's son.
Mm-hmm.
Renly.
Bastards.
Should we begin?
Without the king.
Winter may be coming, but I'm afraid the same cannot be said for my brother.
His Grace has many cares. He entrusts some small matters to us that we might lighten the load.
We are the lords of small matters here.
So the king don't do anything around here. He's pretty lazy.
My brother instructs us to stage a tournament in honor of Lord Stark's appointment as Hand of the King.
How much?
40,000 gold dragons to the champion.
I'll have to borrow it. The Lannisters will accommodate, I expect. We already owe Lord Tywin 3 million gold. What's another 80,000?
Are you telling me the crown is 3 million in debt?
I'm telling you the crown is 6 million in debt.
How could you let this happen?
The Master of Coin finds the money, the king and the hand spend it.
Okay.
This tournament is an extravagance we cannot afford.
As you will, but still, we'd best make our plans.
There will be no plans until I speak to Robert.
See, I like Mr. Stark. He's not You know, he's not a dictator.
Please,
He's
it's
not,
healed.
you know, he's very respectful. He knows right and wrong most of the time.
It's ugly.
I still don't
A
agree with the
king should
beheading in the
have
first
scars.
episode, but
You fought off a direwolf.
I
You're a
think he
warrior,
can change.
like your father. I'm not like him. I didn't fight off anything. It bit me, and all I did was scream.
Mm-hmm.
The two Stark girls saw
Yeah, little
both
bitch.
of them. That's not true. You killed the beast.
All she do is
You
lie.
love your...
Can't trust nothing that come out her mouth.
Someday, you'll sit on the throne, and the truth will be what you make it.
Yeah, see, that's bullshit. Can't just make up and stuff. Like,
Yes.
how you just wake up and lie?
She's
It
very
makes me
beautiful.
sick.
And you are my darling boy, and the world will be exactly as you want it to be.
No, it won't. That's the problem. Stop trying to teach him that.
Do something nice for the Stark girl. I don't want to. No, but you will.
We allow the Northerns too much power. They consider themselves our equals.
How would you handle them?
I double their taxes and command them to supply 10,000 men to the Royal Army.
The Royal Army?
Why should every lord command his own men? It's primitive. No better than the hill tribes. We should have a standing army of men loyal to the crown. Seize
He's gonna be a
Winterfell and install
problem.
someone loyal to the realm as Warden of the North.
Do y'all hear
Uncle
this
Kevin
shit?
made it.
And these 10,000 northern troops, would they fight for you or their lord?
For me, I'm their king.
You just invaded their homeland, asked them to kill their brothers.
I'm not asking.
The North cannot be held. Not by an outsider, it's too big and too wild. When the winter comes, the seven gods together couldn't save you and your royal army. A good king knows when to save his strength, and when to destroy his enemies.
So you agree? The Starks are enemies.
Everyone who isn't us is an enemy.
Enough of that, young lady. Eat your food.
I'm practicing. Practicing for what? The prince?
Stop.
He's a liar and a coward. And he killed my friend.
That's right, get your revenge.
The
Fuck him.
hound does whatever the prince tells him to do. You're an idiot. You're a liar, and if you told the truth, Micah would be alive.
Enough.
She is itching for revenge.
I would rather act like a beast than a lady.
Go to your room. We'll speak later.
That girl just,
That's for you, love.
I hope I never have to see the day where the prince and her rule, because them two is just...
The same doll maker makes all the Princess Messiah's toys. Don't you like it?
I haven't played with dolls since I was 8.
She just want to be grown so bad. She want to rule so bad. So does the other dude.
So
It's pitiful that they're perfect for each other. The queen liked her so much because she lied just like her.
Go away.
Aya, open the door.
I just saw her before they take it. Oh, she gonna go right up to the door with so okay. This girl don't play. She look like she ready to cut a bitch up. Well, poke a bitch up.
Whose sword is that?
Mine?
Give it to me.
See, that's why I said put it away.
I know this maker's mark. This is Micken's work. This is no toy. Little lady shouldn't play with swords.
I wasn't playing. And I don't want to be a lady.
Come here. And what do you want with this?
It's called Needle.
And who are you hoping to skewer with Needle? Your sister?
No, I think you know the answer.
You know the first thing about sword fighting?
Sticking with the pointy end.
That's the essence of it.
I was trying to learn. I asked Micah to practice with me. I asked him. It was my fault.
Oh, sweet girl. No, no. You didn't kill the butcher's boy.
I hate them. I hate all of them. The Hound, the Queen and the King, and Joffrey and Sansa.
Sansa was dragged before the king and queen and asked to call the prince a liar.
So was I. He is a liar.
Darling, listen to me. Sansa will be married to Joffrey someday. She cannot betray him. She must take his side, even when he's wrong.
But how can you let her marry someone like that?
Right. See, he knows this stuff is wrong. He knows. There's not even a good answer for that.
Sansa is your sister.
Sansa's a traitor.
I don't hate her. Not really.
We've come to a dangerous place. We cannot fight a war amongst ourselves.
I agree to an extent.
Go on. It's yours.
Thank you. See, now I had to pause it because I just got some thoughts. This guy, Mr. Stark, he knows some of the stuff he's doing is wrong. You can see it in his face. You can see it in the pauses. He knows, like, what he's saying doesn't make sense sometimes. He says it because he has to. And I think because he chopped it up in the first episode, the old ways. And I think he really is stuck, like, in his ways. But I think he desperately inside wants change. I don't know what's going to happen. This is just some really early predictions. The king's going to die. See, but then technically it goes to the prince and the daughter, but damn them. I feel like somehow, some way, he's going to rule. Just at least for a small time. And I think he's going to create the change. Or that, or the Civil War is going to drive them apart, and he's just going to have his own kingdom in Winterfell. And I think there is going to be a Civil War. I just don't see it any other way. And Sansa, that traitor's bitch, I just feel it in my bones. Something about her I just don't like. I feel like she's going to choose the Lannisters. I just feel it. She just, something about her make my skin itch. Arya, I like her. I like Jon. I'm really starting to like the dad. I just want him to change. I want him to be the change he wants to see, that I know he wants. Because, like, he's the only one calling him out on the butcher's boy's murder. Like, come on now, that was wrong. The Lannister lady, the queen, I just can't stand her. I'm sorry. 3 episodes in, I just don't like her. She just thinks the world owes her something. No, you don't own the world. Nobody owes you shit. Like, and then you try to teach that to your son. The world is yours. You can do whatever you want. And then he just got in his mindset that when somebody does something he don't like, is screw them. I'm going to kill them all. They're our enemy, blah, blah, blah. I'll instill somebody with trust. Well, ain't nobody going to trust you because, like, you want to kill people. And, like, they already said that the Starks and their people are great warriors. That's the royal army, I guess, right? So how you going to slaughter your army and then, like, you just don't make sense. Like, you want to rule the world, but you want to slaughter people when they do something you don't like or say something you don't like. Like, that just don't, it don't work like that. Like, Arya and that dude was minding their own business. You wanted to be all high and mighty. Oh, this is my girl's sister. You don't even know this little girl from the can of paint. Like, you barely know the old Sansa. Like, come on now, you just got here. Like, he just wants to, like, look and be the part so bad. Like, you're a kid. Stay in your lane. You're not king yet. And I really would hate to see the day he becomes king. I hope it doesn't happen. It probably will, knowing this show, and just to spite me. But yeah, I just had to get that all off my chest because I'm getting pissed. I really am. Like, I'm starting to like these characters already, but I'm like, some of these other ones, I don't agree. And like with the Targaryen, Tanner, whatever their names are, I got that they ruled here once and they were very savage, and I understand why they got slaughtered, and I'm starting to see it. And it makes sense because of the brother how he was just so easily like able to trade his sister and say all those horrific things. They're just horrible people. He's a little older, so he's probably seen more of those horrors and the way they were acting, so he's adopted that. The younger girl, I don't think she's seen much of that. She looked like she was really young, and she's just a victim of all of this. So I don't know, but it seems like their group, their bloodline deserved their death because they were sick. But they're coming for revenge, which I don't even know what's gonna happen with that. All right, let's go. Oh, message.
Don't listen to it. Crows are all liars.
I know I just almost get assassinated. You sent the little old lady in here to watch me.
I hate your stories. My favourites were the scary ones.
Oh, my sweet summer child, what do you know about fear? Fear is for the winter, when the snows fall 100 feet deep. Fear is for the long night, when the sun hides for years, and children are born and live and die, all in darkness. That is the time for fear, my little lord, when the White Walkers move through the woods. Thousands of years ago, there came a night that lasted a generation. Kings froze to death in their castles, same as the shepherds in their huts. And women smothered their babies rather than see them starve, and wept and felt the tears freeze on their cheeks. So is this the sort of story that you like? In that darkness, the White Walkers came for the first time. They swept through cities and kingdoms, riding their dead horses, hunting with their packs of pale spiders, big as hounds.
Bitch, I don't like spiders. So if y'all got me into a show that rides with giant spiders, I'm turning it off. Just throwing that out there. If I see a giant spider, this show's canceled. I went through this in Star Wars. They have a discussion with spiders over there. I don't like them. I don't enjoy watching them. They're disgusting. But I'm glad she painted the picture of the White Walkers. I didn't even think about what winter coming really meant. Like, they can't do anything because they're so primitive.
How do you feel?
They'd be so cold, probably. These little fires ain't doing nothing.
You still don't remember anything?
Damn it.
Grandma, I've seen you climb 1,000 times. In the wind, in the rain. 1,000 times. You never fall.
I did, though. It's true, isn't it? What Maester Lewin says about my legs.
What? Don't tell me I'll never walk again.
I'd rather be dead.
Don't ever say that.
I'd rather be dead.
He probably should never use his legs. That's horrible. Fuck the
back here, my lady. It's 9 years since I set foot in the capital, and no one knew who I was the last time I came either.
Welcome to King's Landing, Lady Stark.
They know who you are now.
I would. We've done nothing wrong.
We've been instructed to escort you into the city.
Instructed? I don't know who's providing your instructions, but...
Follow me, Lady Stark.
You little worm! You take me for some back alley Sally you can drag into a...
I meant no disrespect.
How dare you bring me here? How did you know I was coming to King's Landing?
A dear friend told me.
Lady Stark.
Lord Valorous.
To see you again after so many years is a blessing. Your poor hands.
How did he know?
How did you know I was coming?
Knowledge is my trade, my lady. Did you bring the dagger with you by any chance? My little birds are everywhere. The strangest
So we got a snitch in
stories.
town.
Valerian steel.
Do you know whose dagger this is?
I must admit I do not.
Well, well, this is an historic day. Something you don't know that I do. It's mine.
Yours?
At least it was, until the tournament on Prince Joffrey's last name day. I bet on Sir Jaime in the jousting, as any sane man would. When the Knight of the Flowers unseated him, I lost this dagger.
To whom?
Tyrion Lannister. The imp.
They're trying to set him up. Wow. Oh my God. Why?
Lord Snow here grew up in
He didn't do
castle,
nothing.
spitting down on the likes of you.
I already know what I'm gonna say.
Do you think Ned
Shit.
Stark's bastard bleeds like the rest of us?
Okay.
Next.
Comes from a great family of fighters.
Next.
Not y'all trying to cheat.
Well, Lord Snow, it appears you're the least useless person here.
I need him to turn this bunch of thieves and runaways into men of the Night's Watch.
And how's that going, Commander Mormont?
Slowly.
Yeah, so this group of people...
The Raven came for Ned
They ain't
Stark's
nothing like
son.
legends told. They are pretty pathetic.
Good news or bad?
Both.
Good news? Perhaps you'd like to share it with your wife.
My wife is in Winterfell.
Is she?
You're a funny man. Huh? A very funny man.
Ned!
He didn't believe him. He probably thinks they were trying to kill him.
Broke my nose, busted.
Well, shouldn't have been so pathetic.
It's an improvement.
Oh, y'all don't choke him. Oh, y'all ain't shit.
Threw you over the wall. I wonder how long it'd take you to Hex.
I wonder if they'd find you before the wolves did.
What you looking at, Halfman?
Y'all just so
I'm
disrespectful.
looking at you. You've got an interesting face. Very distinctive faces.
All of them.
What do you care about our faces?
It's just, I think they would look marvelous decorating spikes in King's Landing. Perhaps I'll write to my sister, the Queen, about it.
Leave the fuck alone.
Not too much, no.
Everybody knew what this place was, and no one told me. No one but you. My father knew, and he left me to rot at the wall all the same.
Gren's father left him too, outside a farmhouse when he was 3. Pip was caught stealing a wheel of cheese his little sister hadn't eaten in 3 days.
They'd hope you changed.
He was given a choice, his right hand or the wall. And asked the Lord Commander about them. Fascinating stories.
They hate me because I'm better than they are.
It's a lucky thing none of them were trained by master-at-arms like your Sir Roderick. I don't imagine any of them have ever held a real sword before they came here. Your brother Bran has woken up.
Oh, that's what the news is. Good.
The mere suggestion that the Queen's brother tried to kill your boy would be considered treason.
We have proof. We have the blade.
Which Lord Tyrion will say was stolen from him. The only man who could say otherwise has no throat, thanks to your boy's wolf.
Peter has promised to help us find the truth. He's like a little brother to me, Ned. He would never betray my trust.
I'll try to keep you alive, for her sake. What has the boy told them?
Nothing. He said nothing. He remembers nothing.
Then what are you raving about?
What if it comes back to him? He tells his father what he saw.
We'll say he was lying. We'll say he was dreaming. We'll say whatever we like. I think we can outfox a 10-year-old.
And my husband.
I'll go to war with them if I have to. They can write a ballad about us. The war for Cersei's cunt.
Let me go.
The boy won't talk. And if he does, I'll kill him. Him, Ned Stark, the king, the whole bloodline of them until you and I are the only people left in this world.
I know they did it, Ned. The Lannisters in my bones. I know it.
Littlefinger's right. I can't do anything without proof.
And if you find the proof?
Will you act upon
I'll
it?
bring it to Robert. And hope he's still the man I once knew. That temper of yours is a dangerous thing.
He likes to do things like by the book.
Gods be good. You nearly killed poor Littlefinger yesterday.
If you rule a city and you see the horde approaching, you have 2 choices. Pay tribute or fight. An easy choice for most. Of course, sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes a Carl feels insulted by the number of slaves he's given. He might think the man too weak or the woman too ugly. Sometimes a Carl decides his riders haven't had a good fight in months and need to practice.
Tell them all to stop.
You want the entire horde to stop? For how long?
Until I command them otherwise.
You're learning to talk like a queen.
Not a queen. A Khaleesi.
She's learning the ways. I figured last episode she was trying to learn how to get power. She even started dressing like them. Okay.
You give commands to me. To me.
Yeah, bitch, she's the fucking queen.
You do not command the dragon. I am Lord of the 7 Kingdoms. I don't take orders from savages or their sluts. Do you hear me?
Yes! Get his ass. Put him in his place.
I'll ask if you want him dead, Khaleesi.
No!
Put him in his place.
Rakara say you should take ear to teach respect.
Please, please don't hurt him.
Girl, he been bullying you for how long? Show him who's boss.
I don't want my brother harmed. Khaleesi wasalo memenem asisa.
Know your place, peasant.
Kill these Dothraki dogs!
No. You have no power here.
I am your king!
Shall we return to the Khalasar, Khaleesi?
He knew this would happen. This is what he wanted to happen. Because that guy, no, he has lost his damn mind. He is too power hungry. He's pissed. You can walk, bitch.
You walk.
You ain't got no power. You think you traded her for the army? No, you traded her and she got the army. Now, you're a peasant. We ain't got no power or no deeds. It's freezing. I could not live here. I'm sorry. And then they got these people at the tippy top where it's even more cold. I'd have this whole thing, like fires all around it. The whole thing on fire. I'd have to have it super toasty. The whole damn wall will start melting around that.
I wanted to be here. When you saw it for the first time.
So you waited up here all this time?
I'm leaving this morning.
You're leaving?
I'm the first ranger. My job is out there.
Uh-oh. Not where the White Walkers
disturbing
is.
reports.
What kind of reports?
God, I don't want to believe.
I'm ready. I won't let you down.
You're not going. You're no ranger, John.
But I'm better than every other.
Better than no one. Here, a man gets what he earns. When he earns it, we'll speak when I return.
I doubt you'll be returning.
A night's watch is a joke to you, is it? An army of jesters in black.
We don't have enough men to be an army, and aside from Bjorn here, none of you are particularly funny.
Half the boys you've seen training will die north of the wall. So plump little lords like you can enjoy their summer afternoons in peace and comfort.
I mean, but what do y'all get out of the wall being guarded? I guess so people don't invade y'all land, but it's not like y'all can defend because y'all can't fight, so
Listen,
I don't understand what the point is.
Benjamin. He'll be north of the wall for a month or two.
A month?
Oh, you're heading down to King's Landing too?
Aye. Day after tomorrow. I get about half of my recruits from their dungeons.
What are you doing? When was last time you bleed, Khaleesi? You change, Khaleesi.
She's pregnant? Oh. Her life is changing fast.
Horseback.
The Khaleesi have baby inside her. It is true. She does not bleed for 2 moons. The belly starts to swell. She does not want to eat horse.
What? Why he looking like that?
I'll have the boys butcher a goat for supper. I need to ride to Quahog.
What does that mean?
Winter is coming. This one will be long.
That's not good.
And dark things will come with it.
Oh my God, when old people start saying crazy shit like that, you need to be worried.
The fleeing south, the ones who flee, say they've seen the White Walkers.
Yes, and the fishermen of Lannisport.
Y'all think this a joke?
One of our own rangers swore he saw them kill his companions. He swore it right up to the moment Ned Stark chopped his head off.
The Night's Watch is the only thing standing between the realm and what lies beyond. And it has become an army of undisciplined boys and tired old men.
Yeah, y'all can't stop
There are
whatever
less than
comes.
1,000 of us now.
Y'all
We can't man
can't
the
even
other
get to
castles
nobody
on
in
the
time.
wall. We can't properly patrol the wilderness. We've barely enough resources to keep our lads armed and fed.
Your sister sits by the side of the king. Tell her we need help.
When winter does come, God's help us all if we're not ready.
I hope he takes it serious because I believe them. They need some fighters down here. John, it was a start. He can train, but if you don't got the numbers, especially with the White Walkers, from what I done seen in that first episode, I ain't fucking with them. I ain't got time for that.
I'm sorry to see you leave, Lannister.
It's either me or this cold, and it doesn't appear to be going anywhere.
Will you stop at Winterfell on your way south?
I expect I will. Gods know there aren't many feather beds between here and King's Landing.
If you see my brother Bran, tell him I miss him. Tell him I'd visit if I could.
Of course.
Never walk again.
If you're going to be a cripple, it's better to be a rich cripple. Take care, Snow.
Farewell, my lord.
I just knew something was gonna come climbing that wall.
You are late, boy. Tomorrow you will be here at midday.
Did you just call her a boy?
Who are you?
Your dancing master, Syrio Forel.
They got her a teacher. Oh. Let's start from
Tomorrow you will
scratch.
catch it. Now pick it up. You are skinny. That is good. The target is small. Now the grip, let me see. Hacking and hammering. This is the Bravos dance. The water dance. It is swift and sudden.
Now I'm doing it backwards. She'll get it. Give her a couple days.
Very dead.
See, quick learner, I'm telling you. I just thought something crazy was gonna happen towards the end. Okay. Sorry if I got too quiet towards the end. It's just a lot of dialogue, so I like to make sure I digest everything. They give a lot of information in casual conversation. So they've been hyping up this winter is coming. They've been, you know, they gave, you know, the Lannister imp the warning that, hey, we ain't got no soldiers, and there has been whispers of stuff happening out there. We don't have enough people to patrol that area, and even if we did, none of them can fight. Like, we need help. Like, they're literally begging at this point. Like, we need help. You need to tell somebody. Of course, the person he got to tell ain't shit, so I don't know if she'll do anything. Shit, weirdo. But hopefully you can get somebody's ear and they'll listen, because they're taking people out of dungeons and they're getting people whose basically lives are over, and they have to come here, but those people don't want to be here, and even so, they have no skills. But yeah, I fear the White Walkers are going to come, and they're going to come swift and fast, and they're just going to wipe them out. I truly feel it. And they're gonna, I don't know, I guess try to wipe out as many people as they can. I don't know what their goal is. I don't know how smart they are. I mean, they seem pretty smart since they created that ruse to play dead and then attack, but then let one get away so that, you know, they could tell the tale. But I don't know to what end. Like, I don't know what they would want. They haven't attacked in 1,000 years. I don't know what would make them want to attack now. I don't know. I'm excited to see that, though. And see what happens. And, like, would it happen before or after, like, all the conflict over here? Because it kind of starting to settle down, because it's, like, at that point where everybody kind of has the pieces of information, but we need evidence, and then we need a plan of action. So yeah, Lady Stark came, she told, you know, Mr. Stark, you're like, hey, this is what I got. This is the news. I think they're behind it. We need to do something. But he's like, I need proof. And if I get the proof, I'm going to tell the king, because I have his ear, you know, they seem really close. So, and he seems pretty fair. I haven't seen anything to tell me otherwise yet. And I don't know what his relationship is with the queen. They don't share many scenes. And he kind of, the last time I seen them together, he dismissed her quickly. So I don't know. She clearly doesn't like him much, enough to where she cheats on him with her brother. He's talking about killing everybody just to be with her. He's a weirdo too. Just like the Targaryen brother, he is just power hungry, but he's seeing that he has no power here. He gave his sister the power. So she's going to be running the show eventually. She's really getting some confidence, and I dare say she's actually happy with her situation now. Maybe. It seems like she's falling for Jason Momoa's character. She's pregnant now. Don't know what that means. Yeah, I'm glad the brother got put in his place at least. But this was really, I feel like, a big information dump. Really good episode. I just kind of had to listen and take it all in. These episodes are long, and I like that the scenes really do take their time. It's just like, afterwards, you got to process all the information and all the... I feel like there's like a million conversations in these episodes. Like, you got to try to remember everything. I'm glad Arya's getting trained. I knew from the first start she was going to be a fighter. So that seems really interesting. What else? Let's see. I know I stopped in the beginning. I talked about all that. I'm about to go back and discuss that. But yeah, I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's really hyping up lots of battles. The Targaryens are on their way. The White Walkers are ready. I don't know who's going to strike first. We kind of have an idea that the Lannisters are doing something. The part that I fear is that the imp, who's really innocent, I believe, and he is going back to Winterfell. So if the queen gets him first, that was his knife. They're going to automatically accuse him. She wants to act now. It's her husband that doesn't. So if she acts without evidence and is wrong and kills that guy or does something worse, like that could have bad consequences. And the message about the White Walkers thing might not get out, like about them needing help. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. I'm a predictor, y'all, so I'm going to predict a million times a reaction. I just like to do that. I may be right. I may be wrong. Sometimes I am. I might be somewhere in the middle. But that's what I'm feeling is gonna happen. I truthfully expected to see some more of like outside the wall. The one guy who was talking to Jon, he's going out there, so I was kind of expecting to see him go out there, but hopefully we get to see what he does out there, and if he sees a White Walker, and I want to see how he fights and handles himself and what he'll do. But yeah. I'm excited to see where this goes. So far, I'm really enjoying it. I really am. I didn't know what to expect. Everybody really loves this show, it seems like. So I'm excited to get into it. It's just a learning game right now and figuring out, because they just thrusted me in the middle of the story and everybody has a backstory. So I'm just learning everything and learning names. I think I did pretty good. So Ned is the dad. Sansa's the oldest daughter, Arya's the youngest daughter, Jon's the black sheep. I don't know the other older son. I don't know his name, and I don't know the wife's name. I can't remember her name. I know they probably said it, but I'm getting there. And the rest of them, I don't really care about. The Lannisters, I don't care about their first names. They're Lannisters, they all ain't shit. The only one that might be decent is the imp. I haven't seen anything that, because they treat him pretty badly. Well, I don't say they treat him badly, but they don't treat him with as much respect as he should be getting, as the rest of the family does. But he's learned to take it. He doesn't get insulted by it. He knows his worth. He knows he's smart. So, he don't care about that. But yeah, I think that's all I got. So, thank you guys for watching. And of course, I want to hear what you guys thought. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys for more Game of Thrones.